Also, please remain standing as the color guard exits following the national anthem and through our invocation. Gentlemen, we ask that you please remove your caps.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars the rule of perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we walked, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Lindsay, for singing the national anthem, as well as the Stony Point High School NJROTC Varsity Color Guard for presenting the flags of our nation and state during the national anthem today. Again, I would like to ask that you please remain standing during our invocation. Please join me in welcoming Antonio Dwayne Goodlow to the stage to deliver our invocation. Antonio is also a candidate for graduation today.
Let us pray. Lord, we first thank you for your grace and your mercy. We thank you for allowing us to assemble ourselves for this joyous occasion. We are grateful for this awesome faculty and administrators who have tirelessly educated the graduating class of 2013. We thank you for the precious patience and guidance with us. We would also like to thank you for our families and our friends that are here tonight to support us in our great accomplishments. Now, Lord, in your name, receive this prayer. Amen. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. On behalf of the President of Park University, welcome to the 2013 Commencement Ceremony of the Austin campus. I am Tom Allen, Regional Recruiter for the Park University and a 2011 graduate of Park University. I am also your Master of Ceremonies for this evening. First, let us again thank Stony Point High School NJROTC Varsity Color Guard for the presentation, Lindsay Barrera for singing our national anthem, and Antonio Dwayne Goodlow for our invocation. Before we begin this evening, I encourage you to take pictures or video as you wish at any time during the ceremony. Tonight we have a number of distinguished guests that I would like to welcome and introduce. On the stage this evening we have our 2013 commencement speaker, Dr. Michael Becraft, Assistant Professor in Mathematics, Dr. Aldo Maldonado, Assistant Professor in Information and Computer Science, Dr. Guillermo Townsend, Austin Campus Academic Director, Henry Wells, Austin Campus Program Specialist and 2012 graduate, Andy J. Gerger, 2012 Austin Campus Center Outstanding Graduate, Monica Lynn Zavala. We are also honored to have the following guests in our audience today. Professors Dr. Jolene Lampton, Les Lewis, David Stovall, Heather McAllister, Danielle Benitez, Kathleen Kern, Taj Asif, Dr. Angela Osbrooks, Marcy Goodfleisch, and Roger Collins. Assistant Campus Director Cynthia Tafoya, and Austin Campus Center Director Iman Moduno. Next, it is my pleasure to introduce our 2013 commencement speaker, Dr. Michael B. Kraft. Dr. Michael B. Kraft is the Assistant Dean for the Park University School of Business and Assistant Professor of Management. B. Kraft holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in Economics from St. Mary's College of Maryland, a Master of Arts in Financial Economics for Public Policy from the American University, Washington, D.C., and a Doctor of Management from the University of Maryland, University College. His doctoral dissertation was Academic Continuity Plans and Strategic Fit within Tennessee Public Universities. B. Kraft has held a teaching license in secondary social sciences and holds certifications from the FEMA, EMI, Federal Emergency Management Agency, Emergency Management Institute, in disaster and emergency management. His recent presentations cover a range of timely topics, including business ethics, emergency management, internationalization, managerial economics, and student ethical development. Prior to joining Park University, B. Kraft worked in both industry and higher education with roles such as developing standardized tests, serving as a corporate trainer, leading a multinational support team, and academic work as both a faculty member and a senior administrator, previously holding the position of Assistant Vice President for Academic Affairs at Austin Peay State University in Clarksville, Tennessee. We are honored to have you join us this evening for Park's 2013 Austin Campus Commencement Ceremony in celebrating the achievements of our students. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Michael B. Kraft to the podium.
Good evening. First, I want to thank you for the kind introduction and for using my PR photo from 7 years ago, because I looked much younger and healthier then. But on behalf of the faculty, staff, administration, and Board of Trustees at Park University, I have a most exciting role here tonight. I get to personally welcome our class of 2013, families, friends, loved ones, and our Park faculty and staff. Each of these groups have impacted your development. I am also your commencement speaker, but acutely aware that no one came here this evening to hear me speak about myself. So I will make a single comment related to my personal experience. For those of you who contemplate the long path that you've taken to this degree, we can talk later about the 14 and a half years I spent in college at 5 different institutions over a 17-year time frame. But on to the important work. The best part of my job by far is that I still get to teach. And one of my favorite courses to teach is related to business strategy. Whether you're a management graduate today or not, there are many lessons from this course, which I will summarize in a bit. Earlier this spring and earlier this evening, some of my students complained about the excessive temperatures. And my response, teaching in El Paso without air conditioning, was teaching a 2.5-hour course in this doctoral regalia, 5 pounds of fabric, in addition to my normal dress. And the students quickly learned that too hot is relative, and returned to the important, which was learning how to learn from each other. And that's your first lesson of relativity. Each of you is very distinct with different passions and expertise. And I remind my students that when we think of strategic management, it's not just for business, but it's also for your personal life. Although that's brief, that's lesson number 2. In my classes, I'm known for singing popular songs of the last 30 or 40 years to my students to stress various concepts. Knowing this ceremony is being recorded, there's absolutely no chance you're going to hear me sing here tonight, but the Rolling Stones, great rock poets, remind us that you can't always get what you want. And I tell my students every day in economics and business strategy, our world becomes more complicated, and the visionary leaders that we think about are those who can make very obtuse ideas seem very simple. I ask students about bankruptcy in my management classes, and I hear about accounting measures and economic issues and financial metrics and an inability to compete. But when you take all of those ideas from all these different disciplines, it goes down to one very simple concept: running out of money to pay the bills. That's lesson number 3. 8 words succinctly describing a business phenomenon that comes up in all of our experience, but making something very complex very simple. In strategy, we do SWOT analyses. How many of us have done these? All right. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. In every job interview, I ask candidates about their personal weaknesses, and there are 4 answers that will move a candidate to the bottom of my list. Those are: I don't have any weaknesses, I cannot change my weaknesses, I work too hard, or I don't know. And of those 4 answers, only one is a true and honest answer, the I don't know. And although that answer is honest, it shows me a lack of reflection and critical thinking. We want to control and improve where we can, knowing that life and work are uncertain. A good friend of mine that I worked with for 2 years is the president of a university in Missouri. And he knew about my work in disaster management at universities from our time together in 2006, 2008. 2 years ago, this Wednesday coming up, right around this time of day, we have 7:26 on the clock, I received an urgent call from the family of that friend. You probably know what day that was. It was May 22nd, 2011. The University of Missouri is in Joplin, Missouri, and an EF5 tornado had just taken out half the town. We understand that life changes rapidly. U.S. graduates, you probably know this line already: improvise, adapt, and overcome. That has meaning for most of us here today, and that's your 4th lesson. Finally, the mission of PARC includes a statement demonstrating a global perspective and engaging in lifelong learning and service to others. I hope you were each aware of that institutional mission before I read it. But with service to others, I ask that you truly thank one person before the end of the day. It may be a faculty member, it may be a family member, but each of us is shaped by everyone we encounter in their service to us. And even if today is the last function you ever intend to attend as part of your collegiate experience, continue to learn every day and apply those lessons. Even after I finish my doctorate, I continue to earn professional credentials in emergency management, and that's my way of serving others. Every day, remember how truly fortunate you are. I showed my students a microloan I funded for an entrepreneur in the Philippines. This individual had asked to borrow a total of $75 US in an attempt to earn a total income of $25 a month, and that was going to better her family. $25 a month. And that's the end of lesson 5. As a professor and dean, you and I may never get the opportunity to interact again once you leave the ceremony. The same holds true for you and all of the esteemed faculty of PARC. As graduates, your job is to show us how you successfully navigate any challenges that come your way without a faculty guide. Your job is to continue to improve, whether through formal or informal education. And even for those graduates, and yes, I said graduates, not students, and even for those graduates without a strategy course, I hope you take a few lessons from my brief remarks. Situations are all relative. You control your destiny. Make the complex simple. Accept unpredictability in life. Live and give graciously. 5 lessons, 4 words each. When I said make the complex simple, these are not idle words. So on behalf of all Park University constituents and myself, it was an honor speaking to you tonight. Please accept my congratulations for your achievement and for whatever you decide to do next. No matter the reason you started and persisted through this degree at Park, now is your new beginning. Thank you.